Hi, very good evening. So, how is your day so far? So, today we have a general discussion. So, I'll share you some experiences, some real life stories, and then we'll open up the discussion, right? So, before that, a very good evening, all of you. Hi, Srish, Bernice, hi, Pritika, hi, Shilpa, Shivaranjini, hi. Hi Abhishek, Dhanalakshmi, Preeti, hi, a very good evening. So, how is it going? You read physiology and biochem. Okay. Hi Regina, a very good evening. Right. So, as I said, I'll be sharing some real life stories, right? The experiences which I had related to what we have been doing now. And also, I will go through few important things as we have been discussing so far. We'll add up few more things in order to keep in mind before going for any entrance, right? So, first of all, as I mentioned, I had one best friend during my undergraduation, not even undergraduation, but before UG. So when I was in my plus two, when preparing for a UG entrance, you have this MSET or we have different entrances in different states by different names, right? So I had one friend, and this is a true story, right? In fact, it's a real life based story. So who was very good. He was very confident. But the thing is, he was covered in the sense he used to have this fear for exams. So he had a very low confident levels. So even though he's very good, even though he's very hardworking, he has put up a lot of effort preparing. I mean, he used to stay along with me. He used to prepare very hard, and his performance was very consistent right from the beginning of the year till the end, or maybe 30 days or 2 months before the exam. His performance was very good, but as his confidence levels are low, it's not that everyone is the same, isn't it? So his confidence levels were low, and before exam he started having this kind of panic attacks, like we are having exam, so how is it going to be, am I going to perform well? So he used to have all these kinds of negative thoughts, and he used to share these things with me. Leave about me, I used to observe him very keenly, and in spite of doing very well for the past 1 year, he had this very low confidence levels, and he couldn't really manage his time. And eventually, what happened is he had given up. In the sense, because of that immense fear, he started panicking, and then he just gave up. Gave up in the sense he stopped preparing for entrance altogether, and he left all the subjects. He stopped studying for at least 1 month before exam. This was before 30 days or 45 days before exam. He just gave up. That's it. And when I asked him, like, why don't you just study? You have been working so hard all these days. Why don't you just cope up? I was not in a position to advise him frankly, but as a friend, I had given him this advice, and he said, "No, I can't really manage this. I feel I can't make it." So he had just given up, and the results were out. So I couldn't secure the rank or seat of my choice. And even though he was very hardworking, he couldn't even secure the rank or the subject of his choice eventually. And later, even now, I'm still in contact with him. He even regrets that particular time period where, in spite of having a comparatively competitive and easy question paper way back into, I'm talking this in the from the year 2007. So the question paper was competitive. It's not so easy or not so tough, but most of our friends who are not so, not so academically good, had performed exceedingly well. They have outperformed him, frankly speaking. And eventually, he couldn't get a rank or seat of his choice, and had to settle for a different seat altogether. And he regrets that decision, his kind of orientation in that time period, even now. And when I started interacting with you all for the past 1 month, or maybe for the past 2 weeks or 1 week, I started seeing these kinds of symptoms in most of you. You say, obviously, we do have fear. I do agree with that. I'm not saying that it's something which is abnormal or it's unwanted quality. Of course, we do have fear. And most often, I hear most of you saying that I have fear. for exam, or maybe I'm frightened, or maybe I'm not able to meet my potential in a given day because of this fear for exam. So we do have I do hear all these negative things, isn't it? And you might be experiencing the same. But eventually, you know what happens? This fear really eats us out. In spite of working so hard, in spite of giving your effort all these months and all these years. So it's not just about 1 year. It's not about a matter of few months. You have been doing this. In fact, the knowledge which you have obtained now is based on the effort which you have been putting for the past 5 years. Include your undergraduation also. It's not just about PG preparation, isn't it? So, why do you want to get carried away with this kind of challenging or tough situation? So that's my point first. So if at all you feel like you can't do it, if in case you feel like you're getting frightened, or you're getting a panicky kind of feelings because of these entrance and all, what would be the result? Do you think the result is going to be positive? No chance. Obviously, as I've told you, see, you might have seen your friends. I'm just telling you the experience which my friend faced and which I had seen personally, that obviously you're not going to do well if you're having these kind of negative feelings in tough situations, in challenging situations, and eventually, sorry to say, but you're not going to do well. That's for sure. And my friend, even now I'm still in contact with him. He says he regrets his decision, but he has learned his lessons. That's very important. But since it was +1 +2, we had still a lot of time now. We have this UG, PG, and then various other entrances. Now you can learn from those lessons, and you can make sure that you don't repeat those mistakes now. But what if you make those same mistakes now? You might not have another chance to correct at a later date, isn't it? So my point here is, as I said, I'll continue with that story. So my friend, even though he regrets, he worked so hard again, and he has done his undergraduation in dentistry itself. And while preparing for post-graduation, in spite of the common thought or common norm that most of us have this opinion that we can't crack entrance in first attempt. Most of us say that it's very immensely difficult to crack entrance in first attempt given the amount of competition we have. And you know what? My friend, as I said, he was referred in the sense he failed in first year BDS, so he had to wait for 6 more months. And in spite of having these setbacks and all, he managed to crack entrance in the first attempt along with us. So that's a different story altogether. In spite of having these kinds of thoughts that one cannot crack entrance in first attempt, in spite of having this opinion that there is a lot of competition at PG level, in spite of having this opinion that referred students, especially those who are lagging for 6 months, really don't have that potential. So beating all these things, he has come up, he has done his best, and he secured a state rank in 2013 along with me, and now he's doing fantastic, to say frankly. So it's not just about a story of failure. It's what we learn eventually from our failures, and how we overcome that, and how we learn from our past lessons only to succeed in future. Eventually, that's what happens. That's what I said. Failure, in fact, it's not a failure, as your experiences will teach you. They're just experiences. You're either succeeding or maybe you're just learning, but eventually you will succeed provided you put up the right amount of effort. So given this context, if you see in challenging situations, in tough situations, we feel frightened. We are really afraid of, even I am personally afraid of certain, for example, if something happens to what I am doing, I obviously get this panicky kind of feeling, but that's not going to help us. And that's what experience will teach you. Imagine you're feeling tensed, you're not at all feeling good, you have your head filled up with negative thoughts. Do you think you can really put some effort and work towards that goal? That never happens. When you're frightened, when you have these negative thoughts, you just stop, you can't proceed, and you'll just give up eventually, right? So give up or giving up is not it's not a right option. And if you have this habit of giving up, then, and sorry to say again, you're not going to achieve anything in life, and that's for sure. So what I've learned from my friend's experience is, there's nothing wrong in failing. In fact, we shouldn't call that as failing, it's a learning experience. And, anyways, there's nothing wrong in failing. But with time, obviously, we get another chance if you are lucky enough. But if you can learn from the lessons of our past failures and if we can implement them, and success will no longer be elusive, that's for sure. And often I hear that we have these challenging situations. In fact, these last 15 days, 20 days is something which we are really frightened of, and maybe we don't know. It's all ambiguous, right? It's all confusing, ambiguous, and you don't know what really happens. But believe me, there is no magic here. So all these months, years, you have been putting so much of effort. All that you need right now is to have a little amount of patience and self-belief. Having these qualities, you can just hold on. You need not really do extra hard work, that's for sure. All you have is 24 hours a day. I have 24 hours. You, every one of you who is appearing for the exam, in fact, have 24 hours a day. So all that we need is staying focused. It's not the amount of effort we put in right now, it's more important. Even more important is the fact that how you maintain your feelings, and that's what I've been trying to highlight for the past week or 2 weeks. And as I said, once you fail, it's not really a big issue, because in life we have a lot many tasks, we have a lot many issues coming up. It's not a matter of failure, but it's how we come up, how we learn from those failures, and what lessons we learn, and how we move forward. That's very, very important, and that's a valuable lesson which I learned from my friend. In spite of having lot many setbacks in his academic career previously, he now, in fact, I can say, I'm proud to say that has done something which is not an easy task and which cannot be achieved given the normal circumstances. And he's done it, has secured his PG in first attempt, being a referred student, and he has cracked into top 20 state rank. And I really take this example, I take him as an inspiration, and I keep on telling to my friends or to my students the same, so that they can learn that it's not just about failing, but what we learn from those failures and how we overcome that, and what kind of message we pass on to others. And from this experience, you can realize, or you can catch on one important point. During +1 and +2, as I said previously, we are not so mature, obviously. So when you have this kind of tough, challenging situation, we get frightened. But now it's a different story altogether. We know what is right and wrong. You know what is right and wrong. You're done your undergraduation. You're going into post-graduation. So you know how to control your emotions. So you're much more stronger than what you actually think you are compared to your past. You might have had these past experiences, but now you have this wonderful opportunity to overcome those past bad experiences and come up, secure what you want, and stay confident. And no matter what happens in future, once you turn back and see your post-graduation entrance, your post-graduation rank is going to stay forever, and that's going to give you enormous confidence, and that will be just like a plus in your career, right? And most importantly, as I said, it's not just about tough situation. Of course, we all face tough, challenging situations, but the matter here is how you're dealing with these tough situations, right? And I would like to add on a few more points related to this. As they say, tough times never last forever, but only tough people do. Cynicism and giving up, which we most often do, we just give up the moment we face a challenging situation. Cynicism and giving up are nothing but forms of cowardice. It means we're cowards if we exhibit those kind of characters, and none of us would like to be cowards, right? We want to be brave, exhibit bravery, and then move forward with hope, courage, optimism, isn't it? And never give up. Very simple. Never ever give up. If you feel frustrated, if you feel depressed, just leave everything for some time, take some rest, and then come back again. Never give up, but make sure that you're giving your best in the given circumstances, in the given time possible. And you'll only become much more stronger, determined, and you'll definitely see your best version once you pass on to these tough, challenging situations. Remember, maybe 5 years later, 10 years later, you will remember this time period as that one where you have overcome with lot of courage and determination, and you're going to be much more stronger, and you're going to see your best version in the process. Provided you exhibit, you just hold on, believe in yourself, and move forward with positivity and hope. And most importantly, we say these are tough or challenging situations, right? What's going to happen to you? Are you going to die? Is it a matter of life and death? That's what I even highlighted in one of the videos previously. It's not a matter of life and death, right? So nothing is going to happen to you. In fact, these tough or challenging situations are happening for you. Nothing is happening to you, they're happening for you. Try to understand the difference, that's very, very important. And you need to go through these situations to appreciate life and understand what it means to persevere, overcome, and have faith. That's very important. It's not just about having these situations, but having these situations will enable you to understand the real importance of life. And it's, as I said, PG is just one step. Or maybe you can consider this as one roadblock. You're going to have a lot many challenges in future. If you're not able to face this, then how are you going to face even larger life and death situations in future? So it's all a matter of fact that you're preparing yourself for greater challenges in life, and this is one such smaller challenge, and I'm sure you're going to overcome that. And your family and friends play a crucial role in your life. Take their help, and that's what I keep on highlighting. Talk to your parents, talk to your mother, talk to your loved ones, share your feelings, and they're going to give you the psychological backup. That's very, very important, and they're going to play a very, very crucial role in your success. And along with that, choose your hero. Who is your hero? It can be your father, it can be your mother, it can be any person whom you love the most, or it can be your teacher, anyone. Choose your hero. Set them as your example. Derive inspiration from them, motivation from them, and that should keep you moving forward. You should have your inspiration to get moving forward, and that's very, very important, right? And as I said, in a tough situation, you know you can't be perfect. As one of you, as Abhishek was asking me yesterday, like, I have this target in mind, but I'm unable to reach it. We want to be perfect, but we can't be perfect. We need to accept that, because we are humans, we are not machines, isn't it? And here is the message. In a tough situation, you know you can't be perfect in every situation, and it's hard to accept, but eventually you have to accept it, because it's not just about the situation, it's about how you're dealing with the situation. Perfection is only a matter of perception. That's very, very important, right? If you feel that you're not achieving perfection, if you stop there, it's a matter of perception. Why do you want to stop there? That's what I said. If you can achieve 60 to 70% of what you're thinking, or if you can achieve some X amount of what your target is, you should obviously feel good. You should have that positivity, and that should keep you moving forward, rather than the negative feeling that you haven't reached your target, right? And as I said previously, who is your superhero? Who is your superhero? Who is your inspiration? Select one. Derive inspiration and motivation from them, and they are going to provide you continual feed of inspiration to you, that's for sure. I have my superheroes, and they really pump me up. As I said, I have my superheroes in Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan. I have my superheroes in my professors, Dr. Sunil, Dr. Suresh, obviously my parents, mother, father, and after I got married, I have a superwoman, my wife. So all these give me, continuously feed me with lots and lots of inspiration, and they are going to push me forward. And I'm able to do what I'm doing today. It's because of their support and motivation. So who is your superhero? So choose one, follow them, and you're going to see extended best version of you. And finally, on a final note, no matter what you do, no matter you're commenting now, no matter I'm talking now, no matter what you do it your best. Give your best and leave the rest. And obviously, as I keep on saying, you're going to get the best. That's simple. You give your best, leave the rest. Here, in this context, you give your best in the sense you have some amount of time. You're going to do well, you're going to study, you're going to practice. That's it. Why do you want to bother about result now when it is not relevant? Why do you want to bother about the complexity of question paper? Why do you want to bother about the number of aspirants you're attempting? Why do you want to bother about negative marking when everyone else has negative marking? So give your best, think what your duties are right now, and leave the rest. And of course, as I said, you have time for the rest after Jan 7th till Jan 30th. Then everything will get clarified, and obviously you're going to get your best, right? So these are some of the key things which I wanted to share based on my experiences. So I know I have been talking continuously, and I know you have been listening continuously, which is even more difficult than me talking. And thank you so much for your patient hearing, right? So now let's open up the discussion. You have any general queries pertaining to PG preparation, the short amount of time we have, drop your queries, we can discuss them, elaborate, right? Yeah. Yes, so Bernice congratulates Pritika. Yes, we have our top 10 today. So we have given the list. We have shared the list of top 10 in our Grand Test 1 in Google Group, right? So you can go through the scores, the highest scores, and we'll be releasing top 10 in Grand Test 2 and Grand Test 3 soon. So I request other aspirants also to give off the exams as soon as possible, right? Hi, yes, Regina. Hi, Kumari, Brijesh, Prashanti. Hi, a very good evening. Hi, Neetu. Good evening, Brijesh. I'm studying after 10 years of break. That's really wonderful, Brijesh. I know even 1 year break is really very challenging to again come back to studies even after 1 year break. But after 10 years, I can understand your situation. So Regina, you say, I feel like that till you start to make everyday timetable for us, my mind was thinking every day, so many things to study, from which side to start. Now I can switch off my thoughts and just do what you as teacher wrote. Okay, good to hear that, Regina. Yes, Preeti. Brijesh, it was quite difficult for me to focus, but somehow managing. Okay, really, you're doing a great job. Love you, sir. Brijesh, it's very glad to hear that you're still even after a gap of over a decade, you're still interested in pursuing your post graduation, and you started studying again, and you'll definitely be a source of inspiration for lot many aspirants. And everyone will get surprised, by the way, first of all, on hearing that you're coming back to academics after 10 years, which is really good. And love you too, Brijesh. And Brijesh, I think this is the first time on an online chat. I usually get these messages through my mail or WhatsApp, but it's the first time I'm getting this love you, sir, on live chat YouTube. So Regina, you say, by the way, there is a Cambridge way to study and do anything new and tough in life, to switch off mind, get up and do. Good. Yes, Preeti. So you say your mother is your hero. Good, Abhishek. Yes. Nice, Regina. Samya, yes, thank you for being a constant motivation. You're welcome, Samya. So, Brijesh, it's all because of your wife managing your clinic and wholesale business. Good, Brijesh. Alankrita. Thank you so much, sir. This really helped me. Glad to hear that, Alankrita. Yes, in fact, that's the attitude, which is very important. The title of this video itself is Be a Topper. It's not being a topper by getting top rank, it's being a topper by the way in which you approach what you're doing, how you think, and how you do eventually. And as I said, once you start following certain basics and once you start putting up effort, you're going to be topper and you're going to achieve success eventually as a byproduct, in fact. But the most important thing is able to enjoy the process which you're going through. That I consider it as success. If you're able to really enjoy the process which you're going through, that's success. And the success which you achieve at the end as a result, in fact, is a byproduct. It really takes some time to understand, but eventually in life there are situations where you will understand the fact that it's not just about winning or it's not just about losing, as Preeti rightly mentioned. You already succeeded. It's not about results. That's true. That's really true. And it takes some time to understand. And eventually, as I said, whether you achieve what you desired for initially or not is only a byproduct. But able to enjoy the process of something which you're going through is really very important. Sajna, you refer a physiology textbook. I encourage my students to refer standard textbooks so that they can remember for a longer time and so that they can understand the concept very well. You refer a standard textbook. If you don't find it, get back to me, get back to my mail, right? Yeah. Yes, so Bernice conveys congratulations to Preeti for grand test result and Neetu for SSC result. State Service Commission, you mean to say? Sure. Yes, Soumya, I hope this is the right time to ask. What is the right way to start PG prep in BDS second year? Any specific books which I should read to practice the questions? So you're in BDS second year. Good, Soumya. Yes. Yes, of course. It's always the right time to start. It all starts with your basic subjects which you're having for second year. It always starts with it. So try mastering your second year subjects. I'll send you the list of books. Drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com. You'll have further guidance, right? Yeah. So your main focus is on completing your second year subjects by following standard textbooks, right? Yeah. So drop a mail, I'll send you the list. Yeah, Amjad, you're from Palestine. Good to hear that, Amjad. Yeah, convey my regards to you and your family also. You're welcome. Bernice, you say you always come up with such discussion the day I have my break point. I never planned this, Bernice. It just happened by chance. So this is all a probability. Yes, Sanjay, I've been sharing. You say what schedule do you follow for AAPG, sir? Sanjay, I've been sharing all the schedules which I followed. I've been framing up new schedules. Any schedules, whatever, you can join our Google group and you can access them, right? I have given you a longer schedule possible. I've given you a 15-day schedule, a 20-day schedule, right? So you can join our Google group or you can drop a mail for more details. Good to hear that, Brijesh. Wish you all the best. Yes, Soumya, you're welcome. Kishan Lal, sir, how to manage both clinical postings and theory part in BDS final year? Clinical postings and theory. That's what I say. I mean, I have few final year students enrolled to our course. It's very simple to say. The thing is, you should be able to complete off at least 60 to 70% of your textbook syllabus when you posted in a particular posting. For example, you have conservative for 45 days combined, you have perio 45 days combined, you have oral surgery 45 days, 30 plus 15 days combined. You should be able to cover up at least important topics from your standard textbooks. If you can do that, I mean in the posting time itself. Posting time in the sense not during the posting hours, but in the evenings when you have those relevant postings. In that way, you can complete off theory, simultaneously practicing to some extent, and rest obviously will be having preparation holidays. And most of you might have started preparing for final year subjects right from third year in the posting itself, right? So that's how you can manage. So within that posting time frame, if you can complete off important topics from your standard textbooks, right? So that would be of a great help to you. Sanjay, what was your experience in the PG preparation? Sanjay, my experience is fantastic experience, I should say. I was frightened of my previous experiences, but PG preparation was altogether very different. I had this fear, I had a self-doubt, I was low in confidence, but the result has turned the plates in other direction. In spite of saying all this, the PG preparation was fantastic, as I said, because I had this chance to learn many new things from all the subjects in the industry. And I felt like it's not just I'm preparing for the entrance, but the fact here is you're in fact familiarizing yourself with all the basic and clinical subjects, which will improve your confidence levels. That's why I said it's not just about entrance, it's about you're learning something elaborate, something deep, and obviously that's going to improve your perception towards dentistry. And once you enter masters with this kind of perception, you're going to exhibit greater confidence than anyone else, right? So I should say my experience was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed my preparation. Sanjay, thank you for asking. Nityam, I'm not sure what kind of book it is, but I suggest you never to follow any guides, any question banks whatsoever. Just you have time, you all have the capacity to go through standard textbooks. Even though the literature seems to be quite complex, you can and you have to in order to master subject and eventually master in any entrance of your choice, right? So I'm not sure of the book which you have been asking, but I've heard of it. But I would suggest you not to follow any other guides except the recommended textbooks as per your DCI syllabus. Just simple. Open your DCI website, check for the syllabus, download the PDF. If you can't do it, I can help you, right? I have that PDF, I'll forward that to you. Go through the list of textbooks and then follow accordingly, right? Nityam, I hope you answered your query. Soumya, it's proud to be dentist. There is no A in it. Okay, let me just type it. Yeah, thanks, Bernice. Yes, Aman says you have insomnia. Why, Aman? You feeling stressed up? Why insomnia? Yes, Richa, so thanks for today's mail regarding biochemistry. It's a request if we can give the same list before starting with weekly subject. It helps us to plan our week. Thank you. Yes, Richa, sure, I'll definitely consider. The reason why we haven't incorporated these kind of schedules for other subjects is others are manageable, but subjects like pharma, biochem, dental materials, these are comparatively complex, right? We often get confused like what to read and what not to read. So we have done this kind of scheduling for select subjects. Definitely will consider your request, Richa. You're welcome, Nityam. And Alankrita, you say, yes sir, this is the best part about PG prep. I know so much more about our branch now, more than all the 4 years combined. Exactly, Alankrita, that's what I felt. That's how even I felt when I was preparing for PG. Leave about whether I'm doing well or not, leave about the number of MCQs I'm practicing, leave about the books I'm following. I'm learning a lot. something pertaining to our branch, our specialty dentistry, and that really gave me a very good feeling. And that's very important. That's very important to have more and more confidence, and you'll become obviously a better dentist. And of course, it's not just about theory, right? So you're obviously going to practice in PG, so you're going to be a complete dentist. And I request others also to come up with your own ideas, or you can give your feedback, or you can share your thoughts pertaining to what we have been discussing so far, so that we can elaborate our discussion, right? Yeah. Okay, Aman, many thoughts are coming in my mind when I go to bed for sleep. Okay, what kind of thoughts? Aman, are you preparing for PG? Insomnia. For how long have you been having this insomnia? Aman, if you have a difficulty, or if you have some issue to share your details here, you can drop a mail. I can definitely help you. I have one of my students who is suffering psychologically. I referred him to a psychiatrist, and he's undergoing treatment. He is under medication, and it definitely helps. Most of us do have psychiatric problems, but we neglect. Somehow we neglect, right? But anyways, Aman, drop a mail. I can suggest you whatever I can, or I can even refer you if necessary. Okay. Hi Gautami, yes, just started your preparation. Should I read all topics in textbook? Gautami, we'll discuss this elaborate. Just check out our NEET MDS orientation playlist in YouTube. I've elaborately discussed like what to study from textbooks and how to proceed. So check out for the playlist NEET MDS orientation in my channel, right? And also drop a mail like when you're preparing or when you're appearing for exam. Yes, of course. For final preparation, you can make use of these guidebooks for quick revision, Regina. Previously, I was talking about another student. I mean, another one of you who is in first year. So first years, I don't advise, or any year, I don't advise those kind of books. In fact, we have plenty of time in undergraduation where to make most use of it. But final stage, before exams, you can of course follow these quick revision books. The best way, Aman, you say, what is the best way to read biostatistics? Take out a standard textbook, go through the text, go through the theory, and also watch our videos. We have a few videos added in e-classes pertaining to biostatistics and tests of significance, and we're going to do more of them. And obviously, you can manage that way, right? So go through standard textbooks and try solving some MCQs. Sanjay, what's your inspiration? Sanjay, my inspiration, as I mentioned previously, Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan. He comes first in the list. Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan, founder, party president of Lok Satta. He is also a former IAS officer. In fact, I used to keep his his signature autograph in my wallet till recently, but now I have to shift it. And also you can check his message in ptbd.in website. We met Jayaprakash Narayan sir while launching our website ptbd.in way back in 2011. So when we met JP sir, he gave us a valuable message which we have typed it, we have taken his signature, his digital signature, and you can see that in my website. I'll read that message for you. You can just have a look here. You can see here, message by Dr. Jayaprakash Narayan. That's my favorite message. I'll just read that for you. Not too long ago, dental care was luxury in emerging economies, JP says. Not surprisingly, there were a very few dentists. With rising prosperity, dental care has become a necessity. We now have many bright, young, and well trained dental surgeons providing quality care. It's time to look at options for universal care reaching every single person. I congratulate Proud to be Dentist team for fabulous work in bringing all the dentists on one platform, sharing experiences and promoting healthcare for all. Good luck to everybody. So that's a message which got from Jayaprakash Narayan. I had sleepless nights for 2 days, 2 or 3 days after seeing or after visiting him. That's what usually happens, right? When you visit your favorite person, when you're a fan of, when you're a devotee of a person, that's what usually happens. I had insomnia there. Aman, Sanjay. Okay. Okay, Gautami, you're welcome. Kishan Lal, having a lot to read, I used to rush your theory part. Which method is best, superficial reading or deep reading? Kishan Lal, you just can't have this kind of superficial reading. If you ask me such a question, I would say you should have deep reading first, followed by superficial reading during your revision time. So, deep reading in the sense going in depth, understanding all the context given over there, and then once you revise, you can go through superficial reading, right? Yeah. Yes, Brijesh, revise as many times as possible to gain confidence. That's the only thing we do. Revision helps you in getting more and more confidence. Yes, Rajiv, you are an MBBS student. Okay, joining coaching classes, cracking PG exams. Okay, you can do it after final year, Rajiv. Obviously, coaching will help you. Obviously, we have been doing this online guidance and all. Even during my PG prep, I was under guidance. So obviously, coaching will definitely help you. Final year or internship? Yes, Regina, guys who don't know what is e-classes, I highly recommend. They are awesome for any year of preparation, I think for PG as well as for BDS. Thank you so much, Regina, for your wonderful and positive feedback. Yes, Sanjay, you're most welcome and glad to hear that. Love you. Sure, we'll definitely meet Sanjay. Which place are you from, Sanjay? Yes, Preeti, thank you so much. And by the way, tomorrow is a special day for us. So we are going to a different place tomorrow. I'll let you know. If possible, uh, okay, uh, we'll do one thing. I will let you know tomorrow. I'll let you know tomorrow and see if we can meet day after tomorrow and on Monday, if possible. So Sunday and Monday, see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Burn is still have time for Kashmir and Dal Lake, right? I didn't even call Abhishek. So I'll be out of station tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and even on Monday. So I'll be traveling. Uh, Definitely, I'll let you know, and let's see if we can meet any one of you who is online, right? So I'll drop a message in our WhatsApp group and also Google group, and we'll see if we can meet. Hmm? And also we'll take some selfies as reminders, uh, as memories, I should say, as memories, and let's see what happens. Sunday and Monday, even Saturday if possible, right? Yeah. Yes, Jitendra, we have this WhatsApp study club. You can drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com for more details, right? Yeah. That's fine. If you haven't really touched anything now, don't worry. Leave them, focus on what you are best at doing, which subjects you're confident in doing, and then revise those subjects. That's what I would suggest you, rather than going through new subjects and wasting your time on starting them altogether fresh. Or if you have any customized notes, or if you have access to any videos or or maybe synopsis, just brush up through them and then try to revise other subjects also. Aman? Yes, Dhanlakshmi, Preeti and Regina. Thank you so much for your wonderful feedback. And after exams, after results, we're going to take testimonials, if any, if you would like to give, and we're going to present them in our website also, right? Yes. Yes, guys, so you have anything else to say? So I hope I made my point clear. So be a topper, and being a topper is all in your hands. It's a matter of choice, but not matter of chance, right? Yes, Aman, you're most welcome, and thank you so much for your love. Yes, Srish, great and glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Yes, anyone else has anything to say, you can drop your message. We can even further elaborate. I wanted to spend more time on this session for this reason, and that's the reason why I'm having this setup where I'm sitting. Because if I stand, it's difficult for me to proceed more than 1 hour. So I'm having this kind of session so that I can elaborate the session, share my feelings, alleviate all the symptoms of negativity possible, and provide you with as much positivity as possible. Yes, Anshul, you missed the session. Don't worry. You should thank YouTube as they provide you the recorded version also. Yes, Shilpa, you're welcome. Brijesh, you're welcome. Sanjay. Yes, Jitendra, of course. It's never too late. It's never too late, Jitendra. You can join coaching. Yes, Bernice, thank you for referring. Yeah. So, guys, you have anything to say? You pose questions so that I can speak. If you wish to hear from me even more. Okay. Aman, I am from, my native place is Vijayawada. Vijayawada from Andhra Pradesh. Vijayawada, the capital city of Andhra Pradesh. And which place are you from, Aman? Brijesh, just revise as many MCQs. Don't start solving MCQs now. Just revise MCQs. Don't solve them. I mean, without seeing the answer or without, don't test yourself now when you're practicing. Just try to solve MCQs. Just revise MCQs as many as possible and get acquainted with as many MCQs as possible, right? Yes, Angel, how to handle negativity? That's been the focus of this entire discussion. How to handle negativity? It's very simple. Increase your positivity fold many times. What kind of negativity are you talking about? So, if you can be more specific, we can discuss. Someone is from Gwalior. Rajiv, you said you're an MBBS student, right? Okay. Your short lectures like mnemonics for cephalosporins are wonderful. I'm glad to hear that, Rajiv. And yes, definitely we're going to have more and more such videos soon. Yes, yes, Brijesh, even the explanatory part. Even the explanatory part. Yes, Raju, definitely I'll consider that. Yes, Shivaranshani, you feel with loads of fear, but now feeling better. Glad to hear that. Yes, don't worry. There is nothing actually to worry. As I said, this is not a matter of life and death, isn't it? Angel, that's a very good question. We have this fear of forgetting everything, but believe me, under non-stressful conditions, we have this apostrophe, or we have this star mark. Under non-stressful conditions, you're going to remember everything. That's for sure. But if you're stressed up, if you're frightened, if you're afraid, then obviously you're going to lose everything from your thoughts. So that's why I say keep calm, believe in yourself, have confidence, and just feel that whatever you know, whatever you put in the effort, obviously you're going to get that. You will be able to recollect that, and you'll be able to do well in exam, right? So believe in yourself. Just assume that yes, I'm going to remember what all I studied. That's it. You'll obviously remember. Because fear is the most common reason why we forget things. Even though we work so hard, we try to remember many things. Because of fear and anxiety, we lose things easily. That's what happens, isn't it? But once you're calm, cool, and you maintain your composure, then obviously you're going to get all your memory based from your subconscious, and you're going to do extremely well. That's for sure. Oh, Prashanti, how and what topics to study before exam? We should have another discussion regarding that. But I would suggest you to go watch a movie. Go watch a movie, have good food, sleep extremely well. Forget about the exam, but don't forget about going to exam, right? So just watch a movie, have some good food, have good sleep, stay relaxed, have plenty of sleep, stay relaxed. Try to stay relaxed at least, okay? And then go for exam. That's it. Because if you start studying something, you feel like you have to study the other thing. If you start studying something in the front page, you feel like you have to study something in the bottom, then you feel like you have to study something in the back page. So it's a never-ending process, right? So go watch a movie. Seriously. Yes, Angel, it's very difficult to keep calm. I do agree. If it were easy, everyone would do it, isn't it? See, it has to be difficult, and you should be able to do it. That's how you achieve satisfaction and a sense of pride. Obviously, it's not easy, but it's not impossible, isn't it, Angie? You said it's very difficult. Do you say that it's impossible? No, right? That's what I said, Angel. You say your mind doesn't listen. It means you have to overcome that, Angel. You should control your mind, not vice versa. So, Prashanti, before exam, you have the point which I wanted to mention is stay as much relaxed as possible, and if feasible, leave out all the revision part. Just stay relaxed, and if you have a customized notes, go through the customized notes maybe for a few hours and then leave. And Angel, I know it's very difficult. You obviously we all have this fear of forgetting, but as I said, just believe that you can do it. So have this self-belief, then obviously you will do the best thing possible. And this best from you is possible only when you have this non-stress, or I should say stress-free environment, right? So try to cultivate that. So you can have various techniques, meditation, relaxation, music, talking to your loved ones, whatever you can to relax your mind, do it possible. Aman, what about confusion? When I'm revising, it feels like everything is messed up in my mind every time. So confusion can be overcome with achieving more and more clarity. And this clarity can be achieved or incorporated by thorough revision. Of course, we do have confusion. Every one of us have this confusion, but the challenge here is yeah, yes, Bernice. The reason for confusion is lack of clarity, isn't it? So once you start having clarity, which is possible with thorough revision, so obviously you're going to do well. And there is no replacement for something called as revision. The more the number of times you revise, the more confident you become day by day, and the better the performance is going to be eventually. Richa, your friends are preparing for abroad. I don't have anyone for discussion. Now, how should I revise my part? I didn't get you, Richa. Which discussion are you talking about? You're talking about discussion with friends? And I've been talking so much of all these things, but also go through our general videos. Also go through our previous videos. Prashanti, Aman, Bernice, Angel, Richa. Go through our previous videos. 30 days before need, 20 days before need, final preparation strategies before need, and this live session. I'm sure they will provide you some valuable inputs. As I said, based on my experiences and based on my observations. Okay, yes, Richa, you're talking about a discussion with friends. Okay, you have this morning group, right? You have weekends, you have this study club discussions. You can use them. So you are seriously lacking a study friend. So you should find one soon, Richa. And a discussion with friends, if possible, is necessary. But if you don't have any, it's not going to do any harm to you, right? Self-study is also the best. I had 20-30% of my time, maybe 15 to 20% of my time for group discussions. The rest, 80 to 85%, I did self-study. So self-study obviously helps. And of course, discussion, as I said, is very important. Once you start discussing, you'll remember more. So you can have these discussions if possible, virtual discussions. You don't have anyone from your juniors? Yes, Regina. Okay. Yes, Brijesh. I'm getting 50% questions correct in attempting a test. How can I improve in this 10 days time? Brijesh, that shows that you have your own standards, right? There is nothing more special, Brijesh. Anyways, go through the final preparation strategy video where we have discussed in detail how you can divide your given time in a given day and also what to focus on, right? Yeah. Okay, Rajeshwari Pilli is my mother. Okay, thank you, Amma. So no live చూస్తున్నావా? Okay. So my mom is watching me live. Thank you so much for your wishes, and she is my hero, as I said. Superhero. So, Amma, these are all my students. You have seen the live chat, right? So, that in my Avalu friends, for sake of convenience, I'll interact with my mom in Telugu. సో అమ్మ వీళ్ళందరూ నా లైవ్ సెషన్ రెగ్యులర్గా అటెండ్ అవుతారు. సో ఈరోజు జనరల్ సెషన్, సో ఈరోజు డిస్కషన్ జనరల్గా ఉంటుంది. సో నిన్నటి వరకు సబ్జెక్ట్ డిస్కషన్. అండ్ ఫస్ట్ టైం కదా నువ్వు కమెంట్ చేయడం. ఓకే. అండ్ ఇట్స్ సర్ప్రైజింగ్ టు సీ దట్ మై మదర్ ఈస్ టైపింగ్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్. Okay, mom, thank you so much. Yeah, as my mother has revealed it, so tomorrow we're leaving to Delhi. Myself and my partner in life, we're leaving to Delhi tomorrow to collect the award which we received from IHPA, Indian Health Professional Awards. Anyways, I'll share the details tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay, Amma. అమ్మ వాళ్ళు నీ బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ అడుగుతున్నారు. ఒకసారి వాళ్ళకి ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ చెప్పు. పిల్లలకి ఒకసారి ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్ చెప్పు. యా, ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ టు మై మామ్. డెఫినెట్లీ మై మామ్ హ్యాస్ ఆల్ హర్ విషెస్ ఫర్ యూ, రైట్? And thank you all so much for your love. Anjali, there is nothing like important subject. I've already mailed you in detail all the list and things. You can also go through my previous video, final preparation strategies, 20 days before NET, 30 days before NET. There is nothing like important subject. Focus on all subjects as you have equal weightage, right? Yeah. Okay, so my mom says always I bless them. Adi cheppanu వాళ్ళకి కూడా. My mother always says that these are the students who believed in you and who are trying to follow your lectures, so give your best. So my mom always reminds me of this important fact. And thank you so much, Amma. Okay. ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడదులే మనం తర్వాత మాట్లాడుకుందాం. సో విల్ టాక్ లేటర్. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ టు మై మామ్. యా, బాయ్, గుడ్ నైట్ మామ్. Yes, thank you, Dana. Yes, Prashant, you're welcome. Sure, Regina, definitely consider. My wife has been preparing all those packs and all to wear multiple layered clothes. Yes. So, Soumya, I hope you're noticing. Regina says, Delhi, it's very, very cold. Take warm clothes. So, I think Richa is having some issue. Okay, she's already in WhatsApp group. Fine. Yes, Piali, you can of course prepare for MDS. You please go through our previous videos on NEET MDS orientation. Yes, of course, it is possible to crack entrance in the first attempt. Please go through my previous videos on NEET MDS orientation playlist and get back to me. Drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, right? We have discussed in detail, elaborate all of this as this is possible, and you will definitely have guidance, right? So drop a mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com. Yes, Anjali, you're most welcome. So in which year are you, Piali? So in fact, yeah, you are in third year, so that's the best thing you can do. You have plenty of time. You can start focusing and follow. Send me a mail. I'll send you a list of books. Try to focus on general medicine, surgery, oral path, your standard textbooks in that particular year, and also in the additional time which you get, you need to cover the basic subjects as well. The first and second year, that would be the right starting point, and final year you can exclusively focus on the final year subjects, right? So we have a strategy for students in third year. Drop a mail, we'll discuss, elaborate, and as I said, yes, it is possible to crack entrance in the running year, as you said, or in the first attempt itself, PI, right? So Richa, you're asking for the link of morning group? Okay. So all of you, the moment you sleep or before you sleep, and the moment or the sooner you get up, after you get up, the only one big positive thought which you're going to have in your mind is, yes, I am the topper in NEET MDS 2018. That's it. So this one big positive thought is going to guide you, is going to motivate you, and as I said, select your superhero, right? So before concluding, as I said, I discussed in brief a story, a real life story based on my observation, my friend's story, like how he failed initially and eventually only to succeed in life, and giving us a valuable lesson. So it's not, there's nothing really bad or something worse to think of failures as such, but we have various valuable lessons to be learned from those failures. And also we have discussed in detail the elaborate reason for his failures initially, because of fear, because of anxiety, because of his low confidence levels. He had to eventually give up in spite of working hard for entrance, and he had to sacrifice, or he had to eventually give up his seat of choice. Now, as I said, these challenging times are only momentary, and you have an option of choosing to stay strong, believing in yourself, doing the best possible things right now, and leaving the rest. And never give up, be confident in what you're doing, and your friends and family are going to play a key role now. Discuss things with your parents, with your mom. They're going to give you a lot of support, just like how my mom did now. And in tough situations, don't expect yourself to be perfect. Accept that reality. You have this choice of thinking positively, so choose it wisely. And few of you said your mind is not listening to you. Then if you are a slave to your mind, I'm really sorry. You should be in a position now to say that yes, I am dictating to my mind, and it's in accordance to my will and wish. Most importantly, select your superhero, and they're going to be your source of inspiration personally as well as professionally. And as I said, give your best, leave the rest, and eventually the best is going to come to you, right? Hi Sureka, we're hearing from you for the first time. Glad to hear that, Sureka. And thank you so much for your love and affection. So friends, we'll see you again next Monday, possible, right? So we'll see you next week again, right? So we'll try to follow the same schedule, but Monday and Tuesday I might be out of station. I'll update you regarding live sessions again, right? Yeah. So you're coming for the second time, Sureka? Good. So I hope you're enjoying our live sessions, and also go through our recorded videos. I'm sure you'll find them useful and interesting, right? Yes, so it's always pleasure interacting with you. It's been more than 1 hour. It's in fact 1 hour 12 minutes. Fine. Yes, Angel, you're welcome. So see you all again. I'll be in constant touch with all of you. And don't worry, fear not, be bold and strong. You are more powerful you're more talented, and you have much more to do than what you actually think you are. So believe in yourself, and that itself will do wonders, right? So final conclusion, I put up these three words. Usually I say we should work hard with consistency. I used to say these words right from the beginning. But along with that, I would like to add up one new word in this live session: work hard. That is your hard work, consistent performance, and the third one, self-belief. Hard work, consistency, and self-belief are going to play a key role, and you're going to succeed, and you are the topper in NEET MDS 2018. So that's your hedgehog, right? So I hope you enjoyed this session. I hope you got some valid relevant points in the entrance point of view. If you have any further questions, anytime you can drop them round the clock 24/7 at proudtobedentist@gmail.com, right? Maybe I should try anchoring. Okay. Yes, thank you, Brijesh. Yes, good night. Dhanlakshmi, you're most welcome. Welcome, Rich. So good night, everyone. Spokoj noj noj. Bye. Take care. So have some music, dance for some time, and then you can sleep, right? Yeah, bye. Mom, good night. Bye.